Hello everyone, welcome to the part 3 of Python beginner tutorial series. And before I start today, I would like to tell you that I have released the source code of the genetic algorithm which was shown in one of our videos, and the source code could be found in the discussion tab of our channel as well as in the description of that video. So without any further ado, let's get started. So if you remember that in my previous videos we have talked about input printing, we did variables, data types, and we also talked about operators such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, integer division, modulus, and so on. So here in this video we will talk about a few more operators, and then we might move on to the decisions by next video. So in this video we will talk about basic comparison operators. So they are basically the operators which give a boolean output, that is either true or false. So if I give you a real life example, it may look something like this. If I write apple is equal to banana, the answer would obviously be false, right? And in terms of integer, it would look like 18 is greater than 2, so the answer would be true. So these are comparison operators. So in Python we have some formats to write them. The first one is less than, greater than operators. They are usually used for integer and float data types, but we can also use them for strings. But using them for strings is a little bit complex, so I won't be talking about it right now. Maybe in a more advanced tutorial later on we might discuss that. So they are pretty simple to use, just how we use them in mathematics. So 18 is greater than 2, I showed you this example already. Then 25 is less than 32, and so on. So they both will give the output as true. Yes. So now let's talk about the equivalency operator. So here it is. So now equivalency means the LHS and the RHS of the equation are equal. So you might be wondering that in mathematics we just use a single equal to sign, but in Python why do we use double equal tos? So the answer of it is simple. If you have watched my previous video on the data types and variables, you might know that while assigning any value to a variable, we used to write like this. For example, x is equal to 4. So here we use single equal to sign. So in Python, single equal to stands for declaration operator. It is used for assigning values to the variables. But if you want to say such as 4 is equal to 4, so we have to use double equal to sign, or the Python would assign the value of 4 to 4, which would not make any sense. Then the last comparison operator is the not equal to sign, that is an exclamation mark followed by an equal to sign. So it's the same. For example, 4 not equal to 2, apple not equal to banana, and so on. So these are the pretty basic 4 comparison operators that one must know. Now you might know that these are very basic, but we need to know these operators before we go to the decisions, which will be in the next video, because without this you will be very confused in the next video. So now if you have understood all the things, let me take a small quiz type of thing. So I would be doing like this. I would be writing some print statements, and you try to figure out what would be the output. The output will be either true or false. So you try to figure out. So for example, I write this. Now what would be the output? So if you guessed true, then you were right. The output would be true because we know that 2 is less than 3. Now the second hello equals hello. So now what would be the output of this? Yes, it would be definitely false because hello is not equal to hello or whatever that is. Now, but if we write not equal to, then the output would be true. See, now let me show you one thing. Instead of this, if I write if I use only a single equal to sign, then an error message will pop out. Let me show you. See, expression cannot assign values. Perhaps you meant double equal to signs. So that was I talking about. Now this one is a bit more advanced, and let me see if you guys remember from my previous videos what I taught you all that. So let me write hello is equal to, yes, hello is equal to hello. Now try to figure out what would be the output be. If you guess the output to be false, then your basics are pretty strong, because if you remember, I told you in my previous videos that Python is in Python capitals matter. The capital H is not the same as small h, so these both are different terms for Python. Now let me give you some more practice. Two minus 3 plus 40. 2 minus 3 plus what's that, plus 4 greater than 34, and the last one is true equals false. Now giving you 5 seconds to figure it out. Okay, now if the first one is true because 45 is greater than 12, then the second one you can do the simple maths and compare, and you will find that it is false. Now we all know that true is not the same as false, so the third one is false too. Now this is it for the video, and in the next video we will start with the discussions, that is if and elif statements maybe, and let me give you a small hint of it. It would be something like this: if true, print something. That would be told you in the next video only. So it would be something like this. And be sure to, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe as well, because it will encourage us a lot. And the next video should be there in 2 or 3 days. And yeah, happy coding.